This looks like it needs a custom SVG filter, JavaScript, or maybe a fancy design tool. Nope, it's just one CSS property. Let me show you. The property doing all the work here is filter. You probably know filter from things like blur or grayscale, but today we're using drop shadow. Drop shadow adds a shadow that follows the exact outline of your element. Let's start with glowing text. 3 parameters for each drop shadow: horizontal offset, vertical offset, blur radius. We use 0, 0 for both offsets because we want the glow centered around the text, not pushed in any direction. Now let's add hover intensity. On hover, we add a 4th layer and increase all blur values. The color shifts to white to simulate the element being powered up. Now my personal favorite, the broken neon sign flicker. The trick here is using specific keyframe percentages to turn the glow off for just a few frames. The element is lit 95% of the time and dark 5% of the time, exactly like a failing neon sign. Very cheap to run, very cool effect. Important thing to know, for rectangular elements like buttons and cards, use box shadow instead of filter. It's more performant and gives you the inset keyword for inner glows. The inset keyword makes the shadow appear inside the element. Combined with the outer shadows, it looks like the borders themselves are glowing from the inside. But for SVGs, icons, and text, always use filter, drop shadow. Here's why. Box shadow applies to the element's bounding rectangle. If your SVG is a star shape, box shadow glows around the square bounding box, not the star. Drop shadow follows the actual visual shape. And that's it, neon glow. 4 techniques: text glow, hover intensity, flicker animation, and box glow. All CSS. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.